And welcome in, guys, to Coltrane TV. Wherever you might be today, thanks for making us a part of your day as we got a live simulation. Live simulation going down here today. It's going to be the Clemson Tigers taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. So they'll travel the short drive from Clemson, South Carolina into Athens to face the Georgia Bulldogs here tonight. I'm Scotty Coltrane Cole. I'll be your announcer here tonight. If you're watching live on Twitch, my hat's off to you. If you're watching later on VOD or on YouTube, welcome to the channel. We're going to do a awesome simulation, doing the game of the week. And so you guys can look forward to that. And it is going to be an amazing thing out there today. So hats off to those watching live and those on VOD. You have caught us, and we are ready to go right here live. So let's get this thing going. Get it going here today. This is NCAA 14. There is no NCAA 15. And we got to get to the field. We got to get to the field. And so this should be fun, guys. Sit back and relax and enjoy the game here. Both teams trying to replace the starting quarterback. You got Cole Stout for Clemson University and then Mason for Georgia to see if they can come in and right the ship, to say. And let's head in. Let's get in the game right now. As you can see, the Georgia Bulldogs heavily favored in this one. As you can see from their overalls, you got Todd Gurley in the backfield. Mitchell, he's going to be out wide, and Keith Marshall will also be the backup running back for the Georgia Bulldogs. For your Tigers, Ryan Norton's going to hold it down at center. Jordan Leggett, the sophomore, he's going to be out in the tight end. And watch for DJ Reader. He's going to be coming up the middle of that defensive tackle position. So without further ado, guys, here come the Georgia Bulldogs. And we are ready to go here tonight. It is the Tigers of Clemson taking on the Bulldogs of Georgia. And let's get this thing going right now, guys. Right now. Sanford Stadium is where we're coming from today. So wherever you guys may be, thanks for making us a part of your day. Amazing stuff. And let's see if the Tigers can pull it in out here against the Georgia Bulldogs. And we'll see you guys at halftime. And the Tigers are going to start off kicking off. The Bulldogs will receive. And we have opened the game of the week. And that's going to be, I believe, Todd Gurley is going to come on to the field. And they're going to get it started for Georgia here. And that's really the key to the game, if you ask me before the game. It's going to be Todd Gurley going up against the defensive line of the Clemson Tigers. Mason with a handoff. Gurley. He's going to pick up about 2. Both teams looking to run a no-huddle offense right here. I didn't know if Georgia was actually going to do it, but here they go on 2nd and 8. Mason drops back. He's looking. He's going to hit Davis. Actually, that was Jay Rome in the flat. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. If the Clemson Tigers could bump the Georgia Bulldogs off the field here in the first drive, they throw it up underneath to Malcolm Mitchell, and that is a 3 and out for the Georgia Bulldogs. 3 and out for the Bulldogs. You guys are watching the game of the week. Clemson taking on the Georgia Bulldogs, and the punt is away. Adam Humphries back to receive from Dorman, and he's going to be quickly taken down, but that's where the Tigers will take over. So the Clemson defense, everything advertised over the offseason, they come in and shut down the Bulldogs right away. Cole Stout. Oh, wow, what thread in the needle there. He looked to his left, but Adam Humphries could not pull it in. Humphries able to slip the press coverage there for a second. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Up underneath to DJ Howard. And he's going to make it down to the 39-yard line. So a nice, powerful run there by DJ Howard. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. And Cole Stout's going to keep it on the read option. He's going to break up down to about the 47-yard line. So an 8-yard run by Cole Stout. And I guess that answers some questions about him being able to run the football. As a lot of people are talking about maybe Deshaun Watson getting the start. But Cole Stout shows he has legs as well. They go back again to DJ Howard, but he goes nowhere. And there's that Georgia Bulldogs defense. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Nothing's your score here live from Athens. We're between the hedges, game of the week, live here on Coltrane TV. Stout drops it off to Jordan Leggett. Leggett moves across the 40, and the Tigers have moved in to Bulldog territory. They're actually going to mark him down just short of the 40. And Tigers hustle to the line. They're in the pistol again. Stout looking. Goes down low. That's Jordan Leggett again. And he's able to pick up 6 yards. 2nd and 4 is the action. Well, we have some movement down front, and it's going to be a false start on Clemson. I believe that was at the right guard position, maybe left tackle. Maybe right tackle, excuse me. And that's going to back them up 5 yards. 2nd and 9 now for the Tigers. Cannot make those mistakes on the road. Cole Stout drops back. He's going to throw it over the middle. That's Artavius Scott, the freshman. And he's going to pick up 11 yards in his first reception here on the road. Cole Stout now 3 of 4, 28 yards. As we are early, C.J. Davison checks in the backfield for the Tigers. Stout looking, throwing, and he's going to find Hopper. And that's a 17-yard gain, and that's going to move it down to the Georgia 11. So the Tigers on the attack here after forcing a 3 and out. And Clemson is on a drive. And Cole Stout, he's going to be quickly taken down the backfield. The read option going nowhere. That's a gain of Zedro. Ray Drew coming in and making the tackle. And that looks like another false start on the Tigers. So they've been looking good. But then when they get down there, they just have been having a real tough time. And Ray Drew, the senior out of Thomasville, Georgia for the Bulldogs, has been looking strong here early. And he's causing ruckus. Oh, and that was almost picked off. Wow. Herrera was there. The senior out of College Park, Georgia. Went to North Clayton High School. He almost comes up with a pick. 3rd and 15 now, Tigers. And I believe they're going to give him the reception, but that's the 7 yards. And it looks like Clemson's going to line up for the field goal here. Deshaun Watson to hold. Lepkin to kick. The kick is up. And it's no good. I believe it's off the crossbar. Or did it hit the post? It hit the upright. And we have a 0-0 game. So the Tigers drive the length of the field. They put up a field goal. And it finds its way off the sides. Gurley. He runs into Tony Stewart. Then he runs him over. And he's got to be taken down by Vic Beasley. So you can see the strength of TG2. Todd Gurley is a man among boys. And here come the Bulldogs. 2nd and 8 now. The second time the Bulldogs have been on offense. They're looking for a screen. They set it up to Todd Gurley. He's at the 30, the 35, and he's taken down at the 36, 37-yard line. So a 14-yard gain on a nice little screen pass. And the Georgia Bulldogs with their first down of the game here early in the first quarter. Mason again, no huddle offense. Finds his tight end, Michael Bennett. The trusty Michael Bennett for Georgia. He's been there to make it happen. He's a senior. He also plays in the slot. Yeah, he's playing in the slot this game. And you can see him out there in the slot right now. There's a draw play. But Vic Beasley is there for the tackle. So Vic Beasley able to wrap him up. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. J. Rome, the tight end, is going to move in motion for the Bulldogs. And they're going to pass. Mason's going to roll out, and Corey Crawford is there, but cannot make the sack, and he drops it off to Jay Rome, and that's a first down for the Bulldogs. So Mason rolling right. Corey Crawford had him dead to rights. He shakes off Corey Crawford, and that's a first down for Georgia up near midfield. Back to Gurley they go. On the outside, it's a nice little pop there by Robert Smith, the free safety for Clemson. And Robert Smith, he's a 5'11 senior out of St. George, South Carolina. Comes up and makes the stop, but it's a 7-yard gain for Gurley and the Bulldogs. Keith Marshall now into the game. He's going to break across the 40-yard line, and that's a 6-yard gain. First and 10. The Bulldogs are moving it. Now Mason up under center. 3-step drop. Looking outside. No one's there, and he throws it away. He had Michael Benton over there. So after a 5 of 5 start for Mason, we are getting it going today. Absolutely getting it going. 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Malcolm Mitchell in the motion. Mason in the gun. He's looking for the screen pass. They're going to go out to Keith Marshall. And Marshall's going to run over Robert Smith. And that's going to be a 3rd and 1. So Keith Marshall, we knew he might be a part of the game plan, but he's getting some early touches here. And I'm loving the game plan here by the offensive coordinator for Georgia. Mason on 3rd and 1. Finds Michael Bennett, the senior. And he's going to move it down to, I believe, the 22-yard line. So Mason has come out. He is on fire tonight. And they go back to Bennett. Bennett with a 9-yard reception. That Tiger D has got a man up here as the Bulldogs are driving down their throats. 2nd and 1 from the 12. Mason. He's going to drop it over. And no, that's going to be incomplete. Stephon Anthony there on the coverage. And this is a big 3rd and 1. Huge 3rd and 1. 1 minute on the clock here in the first half. And that's going to be a false start. It looked like they might have jumped down there. Yes. That's going to be a false start on Georgia. It looked like everybody was going on one except for the quarterback. And that is going to be a costly, costly penalty for the Bulldogs. That's going to back them up 5 yards. 3rd and 6. Mason. Looks like a center screen. And it's going to be knocked away by Vic Beasley, the preseason All-American. He could have gone pro for sure, but he decided not to. And here's the kick. It's up, and it's good! And the Bulldogs strike first. 3-0 your score here. Game of the week here live on Coltrane TV. College football is in the air. As Adam Humphries breaks a tackle, he's at the 30, and he's taken down at the 34, 35-yard line. Georgia Bulldogs able to hold them out as the Clemson Tigers also put on a great drive that first quarter. And to be honest with you, they were just helping them out. They just kept them out. So a lot of false starts here in the early going. First game jitters for both teams. Cole Stout hits Jordan Leggett. And Jordan Leggett has looked strong. That's his 3rd reception. He's got 30 yards receiving already. Cole Stout 6 of 8 for 65 yards. And as usual, Chad Morris has them going, hurry up. They look over to the side to get the play from Morris. Stout was looking over the middle, but Herrera's there in coverage. And that's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Cole Stout. Little read option. He's going to move to the outside. And he's close to a first down. He breaks a tackle. And so Cole Stout has got his legs going here. That's his 3rd rush. He's got 23 yards rushing already. 32 seconds here left in the first quarter. DJ Howard and crew looking over. And Howard right up the gut, breaks one tackle, but he's quickly brought down Also saw Drew on the tackle, though. Herrera was there as well for the Bulldogs. And we're in the final plays here to the first quarter. DJ Howard again stops. And he's going to come up and take a big pop. I believe that was Floyd. Number 84, Floyd, coming up from that outside position. And when we come back for the second half, for the second quarter, low-scoring game. You can see Clemson, their first attempt was a field goal off the upright. And that's going to bring us back here to the second half. Second quarter, excuse me. Wow. We're broadcasting too much soccer. Cole Stout now looking. Wow, quick pass. Way over Jordan Leggett's head. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 5, and they're going to try to go for a field goal here. It's going to be a 49-yarder. And is that another false start? It is. False start for Clemson. And that's going to go from a chance of 3 to a punt for Bradley Pinion and the Tigers. Reggie Davis back to receive this punt. But he's going to fair catch it, and that's going to go into the end zone. And the Georgia Bulldogs will take over on the 20. So Georgia with a 3-0 lead here. And here comes Mason back into the offense. Drops back. He's looking to his right. He's going to be hit. He's going to be sacked. Corey Crawford doesn't miss him this time. And as you can see, Crawford's going to break containment there as Mason was rolling out. And Corey Crawford brings him down for a sack. Hudson Mason, the senior, he's waited, just like Cole Stout, he's waited all this time to get a chance. Out of Marietta, Georgia, and now he has it under the bright lights of Sanford Stadium. Out to Todd Gurley. Nice coverage there as Mackenzie Alexander for the Tigers. The true sophomore. Actually, I think they still have him at a true freshman as a redshirt freshman for Mackenzie Alexander making the stop. Third down. They set up the screen again. Alexander's there again, and he pushes him out of bounds. And that's going to be a 4th down incoming for the Georgia Bulldogs. So Todd Gurley, they've been able to contain him so far, the junior out of North Carolina, out of Tarboro High School. They've been able to hold him down like a fat kid on a blanket. And here he goes. Back to Adam Humphreys. Adam Humphreys on the return here from Spartanburg, South Carolina. The senior from Dorman, he's able to get a 14-yard return there, and it looks like he's a bit slow to get up. But he's going to be okay. And the Tigers are going to take over in Bulldog territory. 1st and 10 at the 45. Leggett in motion. Cole Stout looking. Up underneath. That's DJ Howard. No, CJ Davison, excuse me. CJ Davison out of Daniel High School, the local product from Clemson. He's able to pull it in. Quite the track star. If he can get some room, watch out. The Tigers are looking to answer. Cole Stout. Looked like they had an option play on. But there is the Bulldogs. Number 4. I believe that's Damian Swan. Damian Swan, the senior, coming up and making the hit. Actually, that can't be right. Daniels Johnson, maybe? Cole Stout on 3rd and 9. He's looking deep! And there's Swan. There's Damian Swan. Damian Swan, the senior from Atlanta, breaks up the pass, and it's going to be another 4th down. And there's the punt. Trying to go for the corner. Bradley Pinion was, and let's take a look at the stats here. Gurley, 10 yards on 4 rushes. Mason, 10 of 13 for 60 yards. And Michael Bennett, the senior, has been his go-to guy, 3 receptions for 24 yards. Mason dropping back, looking. Up underneath, that's his tight end. And he's bumbling and rumbling and stumbling. J. Rome. 45 yards down to the Tigers, 35, and the Bulldogs are in business. No one could take them down. The big fella Play action to Gurley here on first down. And back to Jerome they go. So maybe they've found a mismatch here. You got number 41 for the Tigers. That's TJ Burrell. He's a sophomore linebacker, and he's having a hard time. As wow, Chris Conley with a diving reception. 16 yards down to the 11 for the Tigers. Bulldogs in the eye. Todd Gurley on the outside. One man to beat. But Javon Curse is there to drag him down. So coming into this game, you can definitely tell the game plan for the Tigers was to bottle up Gurley, and they have done so. But they go back to Todd Gurley again. Corey Crawford was in there. Also Tony Stewart as well. Coming up from his strong side linebacker position. And we got 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Huge down here early in the game. Mason looks, and it's a touchdown. Who else? Jerome. It is Jerome, and the crowd is going wild. Big number 87, Jerome, the junior, out of Valdosta, Georgia. He is a load at 6'6", 248. And that's a 6-play, 77-yard drive. And the extra point is up, and it's good. And there's the Bulldog doing push-ups. He's going to be doing 10 of them because that's where his Bulldogs are. Adam Humphries now bringing it out. And he's still up. So we knew the Bulldogs were favored. The Tigers are going to really hate that they missed that field goal and had that false start early in the game. Madden NFL to follow this broadcast. If you're watching live on Twitch, welcome to Coltrane TV. This is the game of the week. If you're watching on YouTube, check us out. Check out our Twitch channel at coltrane.tv. And DJ Howard now up in a leaf, and the Bulldogs have all the momentum. On a 2nd and 1, a little bit of read option, and there's Floyd. And I believe also number 58 was in there on the tackle. That's Sterling Bailey, the junior out of Gainesville, Georgia. He's in there as well. 3rd and 6. Big down for the Tigers. And wow, there's Mike Williams. A big throw and catch. Cole Stout finding Mike Williams, the sophomore. And boy, did the Tigers need that. Stout all alone in the gun. Looks over to Dabo and Chad Morris for the play. And he's going to find Hopper. And Hopper with a 12-yard gain. He's going to take it down to the 42-yard line of Georgia. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the first half. We're coming to you live from Athens, Georgia, in the game of the week. And Cole Stout throws it to the outside, and that's going to be dropped by Harper. You know, so the Tigers have to try to look to get it together here. Cole Stout drops back. Looking. Finds Artavius Scott. He's going to pick up 5 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And we're now under 2 minutes. Cole Stout now 10 of 16 for 97 yards. And is that another false start on the Tigers? You know, I'm all for the no-huddle offense and moving quickly. But that is the 3rd false start for the Tigers. And they twice in this same area of the field, and it's starting to cost them points. 3rd and 10. Stout up underneath the Mike Williams, and he's able to get out of bounds. 13-yard gain for Mike Williams, one of the most talented guys on this Tiger receiving corps. Now, I tell you one guy to watch for, Sharon Peak, who is yet to get a reception. And they go to him now! Just as I said it, Sharon Peak! And the referee's going to mark him down just shy of the goal line. Man, they need to look at it again. I could have sworn he was in. 1st and goal, a pitch out. DJ Howard Touchdown, Tigers! Touchdown, Clemson. And that makes it 10-7. DJ Howard in the Tiger rag is going. The extra point is up and it's good. So your score right now from Athens. Georgia 10, Clemson 2nd. A 3-point game. And that is going to be Reggie Davis. Brings it out past the 20s. Let's look at those stats again. Todd Gurley has looked less than stellar, but Hudson Mason has been a bright spot. Also along with his big tight end, number 87, Jay Rome. Jay Rome has been the difference. And that's a drop by Chris Conley. Conley was open coming right across the field, and he just dropped it. 94 seconds left here in the second half. Bulldogs with it, 2nd and 10. And there's another incomplete pass. Tony Stewart on the coverage. Tony Stewart is at his ups and downs at Clemson, but now he's a senior out of Hastings, Florida. And this is his time. Hey, and there's a completion to the 45-yard line. A big 3rd and 10 pass from Mason to Chris Conley. Chris Conley able to take it in. He's a senior as well from Dallas, Georgia. And Mason's going to scramble. He's at the 50, the 45, and McKenzie comes up and puts a hit on him. Mackenzie Alexander, but not before they could get a first down. Minute 18 now on the clock. Bulldogs on a drive. Mason looking deep. He's going to throw it short. And that is Jay Rome. Jay Rome having a huge first half. 6 receptions for 78 yards. And Hudson Mason as well. He's down to 162. If you guys are watching this live, if you want to tweet it out, share it out. Let people know you're watching Coltrane TV. There goes Michael Bennett. Taking it down to the 17. Share it on Clemson forums. Share it on the Bulldogs forums. Let them know that there's a preview going on, the game of the week. And the Bulldogs are on a roll. Gurley up underneath them. Wow, big time tackle. And that was number 99. Deshaun Williams, also a senior. Tons of seniors out there tonight for both programs. And Mason's going to drop back on 2nd 11. And that is Jay Rome. His 7th reception. Tony Stewart in coverage. They're in zone. And Jay Rome is having a field day. Second quarter, 1 minute left. Bulldogs got it at the 4. They go to Gurley. Gurley to the outside. And that was Stephon Anthony on the tackle. I also believe that was Curse as well. And that gets him down to the 3. Mason looking. Throws it out of the back of the end zone. What a performance here by Mason. 18 of 24. For 192 yards. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down for Georgia. A touchdown would be huge before half. Almost picked off. It was in the hands of number 25, Cordry Tankersley, the sophomore out of Beach Allen, South Carolina, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs. The field goal is up, and it's good. And Harry the Dog is excited. The Bulldogs now with a 6-point lead. 38 seconds here on the clock. Ensuing kickoff, and here comes Adam Humphries. He's going to be swallowed up, though, at the 19-yard line. 24-yard line should be. 24, 25-yard line to see what Dabo and the Tigers want to do here. Do they want to just take it into halftime, or are they going to try to get points? They're going to go for points. They throw it out to DJ Howard. He's going to break a tackle, but he's not able to get past number 47. That's Ray Drew. Once again, the senior. They were getting pressure, so he had to throw it to the outside there. Able to break 1 tackle. But there is Drew coming over, and he's going to knock DJ Howard out of bounds. 28 seconds now here on the clock in the first half. Cole Stout drops back again. Harper. That is Jerome Hopper. He's going to bring it out past the 30. Clemson's going to burn a timeout. They got one left. 23 seconds here. They know a field goal could be big. And there's Mike Williams, 1 foot in. And the Tigers have now moved the ball past the 50. Mike Williams now with a big second quarter with his third reception. And Cole Stout is starting to rack up the yards as well. Moving to the outside, there is Hopper. And that's going to bring it down to, believe, the 37-36 yard line. 14 seconds on the clock. This is where they've struggled. They've had tons of false start penalties right here within the 40. 10 seconds on the clock. They're looking deep. Wow, he had Hopper in the end zone, but Quincy Munger with the deflection. This is the game of the week here on Coltrane TV. We're doing the commentary. Madden football coming up next. As Cole Stout was looking to the outside, trying to hit his tight end, Georgian Leggett. And this is going to be a long field goal for the Tigers. Very long. 53-yarder. The kick is up, and it's not going to get there. And the Bulldogs are going to actually return it. Reggie Davis is taken down at the 16-yard line. I think I'd rather seen a Hail Mary there. And that is halftime, guys. Halftime it is with your score. Georgia 13, Clemson 7. Well, let's head back into the studio, guys. Studio time. We do have the blimp in here. It's time for the Nissan halftime show. What a game so far. It's been a low-scoring game. Welcome back into the studio, guys. Glad to have you here. I'm your broadcaster, Scotty Coltrane Cole. You found us here on Coltrane TV. We do have some live Madden football coming up next, but this is the college game of the week here live on Coltrane TV. We got the Bulldogs of Georgia taking on the Tigers of Clemson, and your score right now is Georgia 13, Clemson 7. Let's take a look at those stats. 177 passing yards for Clemson, 192 for Georgia. 39 yards on the ground for the Tigers to 28 for Georgia. And the time of possession is equal at 6 seconds aside. 6 minutes aside. 6 seconds would be pretty short. And so that's how we're looking, guys. Let's head back to Athens. That was the Nissan halftime show. And let's head back to the Athens as the Bulldogs will kick off here in the second half. And Adam Humphries will take. And he's going to be quickly brought down at the 26-yard line. And so here we go in the second half. Cole Stout with a read option. And he's going to get a first down and more. Up to about the 42, 43-yard line. Cole Stout up under center. He's going to hand it off to DJ Howard. And Howard with a 10-yard gain. That's going to be second in inches. They marked him just short. Both running backs having a real hard time getting it going here today. Stout breaks a tackle. Cole Stout has looked strong using his legs here in this game. 6 rushes for 38 yards. And they might need more of that in the second half as they hurry it up. Bulldogs showing blitz. So Cole Stout looks over to the sideline on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it again. And he gets absolutely punished by number 23. I believe that's Dominic Sanders, the freshman out of Tucker, Georgia, coming up and laying the hit on Cole Stout. They're at the 49 now, looking deep. And that's Hopper again. Hopper's having a great game. 6 receptions for 80 yards. He's been really the only bright spot in that receiving corps so far for the Tigers. And here comes Clemson. Outside. That's going to be Jordan Leggett, the big tight end. And he picks up 10 yards, and that's another first down for Clemson. So Jordan Leggett, the sophomore, they have a high ceiling on this guy. He's a sophomore out of Navarre, Florida. 6'5", 251. Cole Stout dropping it off. Jordan Leggett breaking another tackle. And you can see what I mean. He's tough to take down. He's now got 50 yards on 5 receptions. 2nd and inches for the Tigers. Looking for that go-ahead score here early in the 3rd quarter. And is that another false start on the Tigers? It is. Wow. They cannot get it going here. David Beasley, the senior, there at left guard. He appeared to be the one that flinched. And that becomes 2nd and inches to 2nd and 5. Stout handing it off underneath. DJ Howard's going to be tackled. And that's going to push him back for 3 yards. That is the anchor of this defense. Ramick Wilson, the senior out of Tampa, Florida. Went to Jefferson High School. And he's laid the wood on DJ Howard. I'm surprised we haven't seen more running back action for Clemson. It's been mostly Howard, a little C.J. Davison. And it's going to be 4th and inches for Clemson, and let's see what Dabo decides to do. And they're going to keep the offense on the field, so a nice reception by Leggett. It's now 4th and inches for the Tigers. Needing a first down. Cole Stout's going to get it with his legs. And he's down to the 4-yard line. They collapsed on DJ Howard. And Cole Stout's going to move it forward. I thought we might see Wayne Galdman, some of these other guys, Zach Brooks, but no, it's been DJ Howard and Cole Stout. And that's going to bring up 2nd and goal as Cole Stout on the read option gets stuffed. And now it's another false start. Wow. And that's the senior Kaylon Davis, the right guard. That's hard to swallow. And they take him out of the game. After that false start, they take him out of the game. They replace him with Reed Webster. Number 77 is out there now at right guard. I think they've had enough. 3rd and goal for the Tigers. They look over here. This is a big play. Stout dropping back. He's looking. He's throwing. That's going to be over the head of Sharon Peak. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Number 39, Corey Moore in the coverage. And that's going to be another field goal for Clemson. And it's up, and this one's good. And strike up the band. We got a 3-point game here in Athens. The game of the week here live on Coltrane TV. Wherever you guys might be, thanks for making us a part of your day. We're so glad to have you in here. Madden football coming up right after this. Little NFL action, but now we got the college game of the week as Reggie Davis brings it out to the 30-yard line, and now the Bulldogs are looking to answer. They do have a 3-point lead here. A little pitch outside to Gurley. Gurley is going to be tripped up, but he picks up 6 yards. And that's 9 rushes on 21 yards for Todd Gurley, who I thought he'd be the difference maker, but the Tigers have really bottled him up. 2nd and 4. They go underneath. That's Malcolm Mitchell with a 10-yard reception and a first down for Georgia. Mason now 19 of 26 for 202 yards and a touchdown. And the Bulldogs looking to stretch the league out. But there is Vic Beasley dropping back in coverage. Also, Tony Stewart was there as well. And you can see the play selection has been mostly passing for Georgia, and they've only run it 12 times. Passed it 27. Oh, and there's a sack. It looked like Mason was trying to get out of the pocket, and Corey Crawford is there for his second sack of the night. Just bowls over number 75 for the Bulldogs. That's Colton Houston. He's a senior out of Buford, Georgia, but Corey Crawford bull rushed him. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. Then there's Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley with a sack. Beat number 71 here with a spin move. And that was a big, big play for the Tigers, as Mason was looking to get rid of it, but had no time. And there's the All-American Vic Beasley. You guys will hear his name called on Sunday. He's that good. Here's the punt. Adam Humphries looking to bring it out. He's only going to pick up 6 yards. Excellent coverage by the Bulldogs punt team. So here's the Tigers again. They find themselves down 3, and Cole Stout has the ball again. We thought we'd see a little Deshaun Watson here tonight. Have not seen him yet. DJ Howard. Nope, that's going to be a play action. He's looking across the middle, and there is Mike Williams with a 22-yard reception. So a nifty little play there. They run a fake, kind of a fake jet sweep, and they look deep. They're lined up again. Cole Stout. They're going to bring him in motion again. They fake it again. So they saw something at halftime, and that's old Sam Cooper, number 86, the senior. And he's going to pick up the first down. Sam Cooper, 6'6", 250 out of Brentwood, Texas. And don't tell me that's another false start for Clemson. So Clemson looks very undisciplined tonight. And the penalties are starting to wrap up for the Tigers. Stout dropping back again on 1st and 15. He's going to throw it up underneath to Hopper. And that's only going to be a 4-yard reception for Jerome Harper. He's a sophomore out of Charlotte. Sociology major for Hopper. Makes it 2nd and manageable. And that's a drop. That's a drop. He was looking for Jordan Leggett coming across the middle of the field. And that is a drop by Leggett. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Tigers. Stout looking. Throwing. He finds Adam Humphries. Oh, reliable. He breaks a tackle. Thought he might have got the pylon there, but they say he gets pushed out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Adam Humphries. And now the Tigers are in business. 1st and goal at the 1. Stout's going to keep it, but there's Drew. Drew has been everywhere tonight. He's going to break off his tackle. Ryan Norton had him blocked there. He's going to break off and bring him down. So that moves it back to 2nd at about the 2.5-yard line. Stout again. Throws it out of the back of the end zone. And now we got 3rd down and coming for the Tigers. Big 3rd down. And that's a false start. Number 78. The Tigers are shooting themselves in the foot. That's Eric McLean, the junior. Left tackle with a false start there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. 3rd and goal. Stout again. Looking, throwing. And Jordan Leggett with another drop. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So they had 1st and goal from the 1, and they end up kicking a field goal from about the 7-yard line. So this will be a 24-yard attempt. And it's up and it's good. And we got a tie game here in Athens. 13-13. Ensuing kickoff. Reggie Davis is going to bring it out for the Bulldogs. But he's quickly hit by number 6. Dorian Daniel, he's a freshman out of Onley, Maryland. helping out there on the special teams, and it's now 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They go out to Todd Gurley. Gurley crossed the 30-yard line, 5-yard rush. He's got 26 yards on 10 carries for Todd Gurley, the Heisman hopeful. He's looked anything but today. Mason. But there's a man that's looked like deserving. J. Rome. 8 receptions now for 105 yards. And Hudson Mason, 20 of 28 from 214. Little pitch to Gurley. Nice block by 71. And Robert Smith comes up with a tackle. So a big-time block there by the left tackle. John Theus, the junior out of Jacksonville. Big block, but he was unable to get Gurley going there. Throwing it outside, and that's going to be over the head. Vic Beasley applying pressure, and Mackenzie Alexander for the Tigers on the coverage. And this is going to bring up a big 3rd down. 28 seconds remaining here in the 3rd. Setting up the screen pass. They're going to hit Keith Marshall, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Well, they haven't used Marshall a lot, but when they have, it's been effective. And he picks up the 1st down. That was a huge 1st down for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Mason throwing it to the right side. That's Malcolm Mitchell. He gets upended but without getting the 1st down. Tankersley coming up with a big pop. But he bounces back up with a 1st down. And here come the Bulldogs. 15 seconds now on the clock. Mason with a quick snap. He's going to drop it off to his tight end, J. Rome. That's a 1st down. The Tigers have no answers for J. Rome. You know, they're so focused on stopping Gurley and Marshall that the tight end, J. Rome, is having an absolute field day. Michael Bennett breaks a tackle, and he moves inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. They're going to mark him down on the 6-yard line. And here come the Bulldogs. Another screen pass. This time to Keith Marshall. Breaks one tackle, but cannot break past Tony Stewart, and we are moving to the 4th quarter, guys. 4th quarter, put up your 4s. If you're in channel, watching live on Twitch, put up your 4s. It is 4th quarter time, 13-13, and Georgia is threatening. This is the game of the week. Live here on Coltrane TV. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Justin Scott Wesley, the backup tight end. And the Bulldogs have pulled ahead here in the 4th, 20-13. The extra point is up, and it's good. So the Bulldogs strike. Let's see if the Tigers can answer. We're in the 4th quarter. Adam Humphries brings it out past the 30-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over. So I would say this is pretty much a must answer for the Tigers. Stout rolling out right. Going to hit Sam Cooper. Sam Cooper going to be brought down about the 34, 35-yard line. 4-yard reception for Sam Cooper. Up underneath DJ Howard. He's going to break open. That's a nice gain for DJ Howard. 10 rushes for 39 yards. Cole Stout on the read option. Breaks a tackle. Spins down to the 44-yard line. 8-yard carry for Cole Stout. He's really been carrying the load rushing for Clemson so far in this game. 2nd and 2. They look over the sideline. Back in comes Stout. Little play action. He's going to hit Sharon Peak. Sharon Peak out of Dorman. with just his second reception. Really thought he'd be a go-to guy. He's a junior out of Moore, South Carolina. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. DJ Howard plows ahead for a 3-yard gain. I thought we might see a little bit of Wayne Goldman, a little Zach Brooks, but it's been DJ Howard carrying the load. Cole Stout gets popped. That's Floyd. Malcolm Floyd is going to break containment there, and he brings down Cole Stout. And Stout is injured. Cole Stout is down. And they're going to bring in the true freshman, Deshaun Watson, from Gainesville, Georgia. Let's see if he can make it happen here on 3rd and 12. Stands in the pocket, looks deep. And that's going to be knocked away by number 20, Corey Moore. So Deshaun Watson coming in a tough situation. And he's just in there for one play. Cole Stout maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. And that's another false start for Clemson. Well, the penalties have been huge in this game. Isaiah Battle with the movement on that one. That's going to back him up. 4th and 17 for Clemson. Down 7. And I guess they feel like they got to go for it here on 4th and 17. They throw it. And that was Keon Priester. He picks up the first down right there at the marker. Number 17, Kieran Priester, the freshman out of nearby Lilburn, Georgia. And there is Priester again on a little bitty wheel route there. And so the freshman has come off the bench to really make it happen here for the Tigers. C.J. Davidson now, he is tailwind nowhere. He goes nowhere. Toby Johnson breaking through for the Bulldogs. C.J. Davidson, the track star out of Daniel, is pulled down here. The Tigers need it. The Tigers really need it here. C.J. Davidson moving on the outside. And he goes nowhere. I think they're going to have to throw it in here if they're going to try to get it in. 3rd and goal. The Tigers really only have themselves to blame on offense. They've had plenty of opportunities, and here they are on 3rd down. Stout with plenty of time, looking. And he throws it up underneath. That's Demare Kitt. Wow, they're using a ton of players here. That's the freshman from Tyrone, Georgia. And here we go. This is the play of the game. 4th and goal. The crowd hopping around. Stout looking. Touchdown, Clemson! Sharon Peak pulls it in. And we got a tie game here in Athens with the extra point pending. What a throw by Cole Stout. In between two defenders. And that is a touchdown for Clemson. And with this extra point, we'll be all tied up here in Athens. Threw it wide in front of Quincy Monger. And with 3 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock, the Tigers tie it up. What a game. What a game. Madden football coming up next. This is the college football game of the week as J.J. Green brings out 23 yards. And here we go. All tied up here in week 1. Oh, wow. That's going to be a drop by J. Rome. Stephon Anthony there on the coverage. It's big number 42 in the middle, the senior out of Polkton, North Carolina. He's a psychology major. Quick screen pass. We haven't seen that tonight. And there goes Chris Connolly. He's going to break tackles. And Chris Connolly with a 21-yard gain. They should have had him in the backfield. But the senior showing a ton of moxie there. And he picks up 21. And the Bulldogs are on the Tiger side of the 50. Mason, quick drop. Hits his tight end. J. Rome Another quick 11. 10 receptions for 126 yards for Jerome. Malcolm Mitchell on the short pass. He's quickly brought down by number 25, Tankersley, the sophomore for the Tigers. 2 minutes, 30 seconds here on the clock. Another screen pass. And that's going to be Curse. Also Tankersley there as well. And now we got a big 3rd and 7. Big 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. The Tigers are digging in. Connolly out wide. Mason under the center. And he's always going to be dropped. Jerome was open again, and he dropped it. And here comes a field goal, a long field goal, a 52-yarder for the Bulldogs. Where is Kevin Butler when you need him? The kick is up, and it's no good. No good for the Bulldogs. He needed to kick it 52, and he kicked it about 49.5. It was that close. It was that close to happening. 2 minutes on the clock for the Tigers now. They take over on their own 35. Cole Stout and Jordan Leggett drops it. So who would thought that the Clemson Tigers would come out and throw it 43 times? But they are on the road right now, and they got a chance to drive down and steal one from Georgia here in the game of the week. 2nd and 10. And that pass is looking for Mike Williams, but it's going to be quickly disembarked by the cornerback for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 10 now. 2 minutes here on the clock. Tigers need to get something going. And they find Adam Humphries, the senior, with a 16-yard gain. And the crowd falls quiet here in Athens. It is dead quiet in here. They're going to see their top 10 ranking perhaps in jeopardy. But they need to get going. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. No! What are you doing, game? Get out of there. I just broke immersion with 1 minute and 43 seconds here on the clock. That's good to know for next week. He's getting pressure. And Drew, we talked about him being a huge part of this Georgia defense in the opener. And here he is on 2nd down with a big-time sack for Ray Drew. Wow, 20-20, guys. 20-20. Cole Stout on a 3rd and 15. Hit Sharon Peak. And he does pick up the first down. They say he got it on a little bit of corner out there, a little up and out. And Sharon Peak with a first down. Big first down for the Tigers. You can see the total yards. Clemson with 458. They've had a lot of opportunities in this game, and they've squandered them inside the red zone. But they're on the drive right now, and Jordan Leggett, with 1:18 on the clock, he's got his Tigers down in field goal range. Let's see how Chad Morris and the Tigers are going to play it now. They're going to throw it. Stout looking. Up underneath. And that is Traven Thompson, number 15. Man, they're going deep down on this roster to find Traven Thompson deep in this game. The humidity here tonight has made it tough on both squads. And there is a pass to Jordan Leggett. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 as that clock is ticking away. We are down to 25 seconds. Let's see what Clemson's going to do here on 3rd and 1. 15 seconds here on the clock. Cole Stout's going to keep it. He's going to get the first down, and Clemson's going to call timeout. So first down for the Tigers, 10 seconds. I imagine they'll keep this on the ground again, maybe center it up. And that's what they'll do. J.J. Howard breaks a tackle. And there's another timeout by Clemson. 7 seconds now on the clock. DJ Howard again. And Clemson will use their final timeout, 3rd and 1. And here is the ball game. It's only going to be a 21-yard field goal, and it's up, and it's good, and Clemson takes the lead. The Tiger Rag and the visiting fans are going wild. Lepic taking over for the Catman. Catanzaro has just given his Tigers a 3-point lead. Wow, Reggie Davis. That'll be the final play of the game. Clemson 23, Georgia 20. And the Tigers have stolen one here in Athens. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The look on these fans here in Georgia, they're in absolute disbelief, and the Tigers are celebrating. They are celebrating. They were big-time underdogs. No one thought they had a chance. And Cole Stout is your player of the game, 36 of 50 for 407 yards. And I think he has arrived. I would say he has arrived. So once again, your final score from Athens, Clemson 23, Georgia 20. And this has been your college game of the week here live on Coltrane TV. Let's head back to the studio. All right, man, awesome game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll be bringing you the game of the week every week. It'll either be on Wednesday or Thursday of each week. And we'll be bringing you college football action. That's right, college football action. Coming to you live here on Coltrane TV. Hats off to the Clemson Tigers playing a great game. They do play for real. This Saturday night at 5:30, I will be in attendance for that game. And so all the guys watching out there on Twitch, or you're watching on YouTube, this has been a Coltrane TV production. We will be back in 5 minutes for more Madden 15 football. That's right, Madden 15 football coming up next. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back in 5 right here on Coltrane TV. Don't go anywhere.